Hello everybody, it's GoDoors55. I'm here to talk about Vanderbilt football as we just come off the bye week. An interesting week of football. A lot of defensive struggles from many teams around the SEC, and I'm here to talk about Titans football. Uh, we'll talk about how they just got done playing Houston Texans. Disappointing game for them. But first off, let's talk about the Vanderbilt Commodores. Well, our next test after coming off this bye week, after a tough loss, 48-3, getting killed by Georgia. We dropped to 1-3. Now we've got to, I think it's go to Missouri, right? I think we're traveling to Missouri. Yep, we have to travel to Missouri in front of a hostile environment. You know they're going to get loud because Missouri's 3-2. I mean, they haven't been too impressive with SEC teams, and they barely squeaked by Central Florida at UCF 21-16. So they moved. The Missouri Tigers moved on to 3-2, but Vanderbilt's coming off a bye week after getting killed between the hedges in Athens, Georgia, 48-3, and we've dropped to 1-3 with our only win coming over Presbyterian, which I did go to that game. What happened to anchor down? We haven't anchored down this season. I know it's still early, but this is Vanderbilt football. Get it together, guys. I know we've still got 8 more games left in the regular season, and then see if we can make it to a bowl game. But we've got to start turning stuff around because we've got some tough tests. And Missouri, compared to the rest of our season, might be one of our easiest tests. We have got to go into Missouri. We've got to play Vanderbilt football, and we've got to anchor down. We don't have a choice. 1-3. I mean, losing to Northwestern was embarrassing enough with the slogan "Anchor Down." Yeah, the anchor is down, and we need to bring it up. We need to start doing stuff. I'm sure after the bye week, James Franklin and all the Vanderbilt coaches made that clear. Vanderbilt, it's time. It's time. Change is going to happen. Let's see some change. Got us to the Liberty Bowl last year, James Franklin. It's your second year. Keep up what you're doing. We need to get back to a bowl game, and we've got to win the bowl game. We gotta start with this change. We gotta kind of move quick with it. I mean, I know good things don't come quick, but you know it seems to have been different with Franklin as he came in and got us to the Liberty Bowl in Memphis, Tennessee. Although we fell short against Cincinnati last year, 21-31. But anyway, we're 1-3. We lost to South Carolina in a very valid effort. I was impressed with our Commodores in that first game. Should have won it. Then we played Northwestern at Northwestern. How the hell did we lose against Northwestern? I'll never know. We just kind of quit in the fourth quarter from what I saw. Or we just got some bad breaks. Overall, we shouldn't have lost that one. Come back, beat Presbyterian, just kill them, which everybody saw that coming. Everybody knew we were mad after losing to Northwestern, and I actually went to that game. Wish I could have got some footage. I got a few pictures, but that's it. And, then we get killed in Athens, Georgia, 48-3. Now, if we cannot beat Missouri, who was 3-2 and barely beat UCF, beat them 21-16 by 5 points. If we can't beat Missouri in Missouri, well, it's going to be another rough season for the Commodores. Because after that, we got Florida at home. Then we got Auburn. I don't know if that's at home or not. I think it is. We got Florida at home. I know that. That's going to be a tough one to win. I don't know if we'll have to win that one. We'll have to really want it. Got Auburn at home. Got Massachusetts at home. We should win that. We've got Kentucky. Let's see where we've got. Let's see. We got Florida at home, Auburn at home, Massachusetts at home. Florida and Auburn. Those are going to be some tough tests. Those are going to be some good games. Florida, I'm scared they're going to pull away with a victory, how they did against Tennessee on College Game Day. But Auburn, that's going to be a close one. I think we're about evenly matched within them, although they're not doing too bad. And then we've got Massachusetts. That's a must-win. We're going to win that. Then you go and play Kentucky, and in Lexington. We should win that. Go to Oxford, Mississippi, play Ole Miss. We should win that. But, you know, with how Tennessee looked against Georgia, almost beating them, although it was an offensive shootout and there was no defense whatsoever, except for those few turnovers Tennessee caused, or, well, maybe Georgia caused some of them for themselves. With how Tennessee looked against Georgia, I'm scared it might be another year where Vanderbilt loses to Tennessee. And then we've got Wake Forest. So let me just, I hate to sound negative, especially to the Commodore fans, especially since I am a Commodore fan. Die hard. I hate to sound negative, but say we lose to Missouri. We're 1-4. Then we lose to Florida, 1-5. We beat Auburn, 2-5. We beat Massachusetts, 3-5. We beat Kentucky, 4-5. Beat Ole Miss, 5-5. From how it's looking, we might just lose to Tennessee, 5-6. We beat Wake Forest, 6-6. That gets us to a bowl game, okay? Thing is, that Northwestern game could kill us because if we don't win one against Missouri, Florida, Auburn, then hey, we gotta win one. We know we're gonna get the win over Massachusetts, Kentucky, Ole Miss, and Wake Forest. That'll get us up to 5 wins, but we've got to win one over Florida. We got to get one over Missouri this week, or get one over Florida, or get one over Auburn, or get one over Tennessee. We've got to start moving. This season's far from over. It's just, do we want to turn it around? Do we want to anchor down? Do we want this? No. Getting on talking about the Titans now. You better be ready for Vanderbilt because we're ticked. But let's just go ahead and review what happened with the Titans today. Okay. Titans online. Well, anyway, we lose to Houston, 38-14. Matt Hasselbeck throws an interception, as it looked like we were trying to come back, but really there was no chance. He threw just an interception, pick six. There were 2 pick sixes in that game. Honestly, I'm not worrying about the Titans as much as I am worrying about the Commodores. Because, you know, with Jake Locker getting injured, he might be out for the rest of the season. He might have a broken hand, a broken wrist, a messed up arm. I don't know. That was a tough hit in the first quarter. Not only Commodores sink to 1-3, so do my Tennessee Titans. Next week, we got to face the Titans have got to face a fairly easy challenge, except you're at Mall of American Field in Minnesota playing the Vikings. That's a pretty tough environment, you know. You're in a dome. Minnesota's got some rowdy fans, I would say. Not the best, but not the worst. It's going to be a tough test working against the crowd, but then again, it is a fairly easy team, but we're a fairly easy team too. So it's just, do we want to come ready with our offense like we did against Detroit, whether we have Locker or not? Do we want to come with that? Do we want to have our defense to step up? Or do we just want to get our asses handed to us like we did today in Houston, like we did 2 weeks ago in San Diego, like we did in our home opener against the Patriots? What do you want to do, Titans? We have got to get it together. I don't know what the Titans think they're doing. Vanderbilt, I think they'll get it together. I think we'll get a 6-6 season to close out, and I will be happy with that because it gets us back to 2 consecutive bowl games. But Titans, I don't know what the coaches are doing. I don't know what you're doing. But if I'm the coaches, you don't get a fan in a hot environment when you come back. In San Diego, there was a big-ass fan right there. They came back to the sidelines after going 3 and out. And they sat in front of a fan and drank their Gatorade, drank their water. If I was the coaches, I'd say, no, we're cutting off this fan until you scores a touchdown. Teach him some discipline. If you're not teaching them discipline enough, I don't know. That's one way to teach them discipline. Titans, get it together. Because if you don't beat Minnesota in Minnesota, a fairly easy challenge except for the fans, then you got to come back home and get ready for another ass whooping of your lifetime against the Steelers, who are pissed. Go Titans. Go Commodores. Vandy in Tennessee. Vandy, college football team. Titans NFL. Turn the season around. Let's go.